Sejat from Malaysia. Welcome back to another episode of The Unity Show, a spin-off from the recent unity movement that strives to unite the nation through the interests of our generation, regardless of political ideology, race, or religion.
Our mission is to come together as one and to spread hope, not hate, unity, not division. Unity is what makes Malaysia strong, so let's keep the faith and spread that faith.
As we end the year, we would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all the frontliners, healthcare workers for devoting their time and energy for the benefit of our nation. We are humbled by your immense sacrifices. 2020 has been a challenging year, forcing most people to adapt to new realities. What makes me, I think with you too, Aini, optimistic, is seeing that people are capable not only to adapt, but through unity, we can get through this. Let us help each other out, take care of one another, and together we can make a big change.
Yes, Elaine, betul tu. I agree. This year, we didn't only see betapa peritnya, betapa susah payahnya our frontliners kita bekerja untuk membasmi COVID-19. Kita juga nampak betapa ramai yang telah kehilangan kerja sepanjang tahun ini, Elaine. But most importantly, despite all these challenges yang telah terjadi, I am so amazed dengan semangat tolong-menolong among Malaysians untuk saling membantu. Macam ada satu cerita ni, pilot Malindo Air for example, yang dah kehilangan kerja, he decided to start a mini garage called Captain Corner in Subang sambil pakai pilot uniform, Elaine. Like, so interesting.
That's so smart.
Yeah, it is. Ada juga yang terpaksa menjadi food panda runner just to get through this, you know. So Elaine, kita ada satu hari je lagi in 2020. So I have to ask, apa benda yang paling challenging that you faced this year and how did you come out of it?
Wow, dia terus lompat soalan serius, guys.
Itulah soalan yang kita selalu tanya our guests. I terus tanya you.
Tanya together, okay. I think for me it would be to not be off track. We all, you know, are going through a lot. Still are going through a lot. A lot got retrenched. Semua project pending. No definite answer to what was going on. Like sampai bila lah lockdown? How is it going to be after this? What's my next plan? And all those questions going through our minds easily bring us down. Tapi that one thing that kept me going, I have to say, was hope.
Wow.
This isn't the end for all of us, and I truly believe that there must be a light at the end of the tunnel. So kita kena focus and believe that everything will be okay. But at the same time, we must do the work. I think by work, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Kena jadi creative. You know, like the pilot. Be creative to cari income. Kalau ada rezeki, tolong orang lain yang susah. Sebab susah-susah kita mesti ada lagi yang susah dari kita, kan? Betul kan tak?
Betul tu, Elaine. You're right. Itu I cakap earlier, despite a rough year, despite the pandemic, I am so amazed by how all Malaysians come together as one untuk saling membantu yang memerlukan. Because just this year, kita dapat tengok ramai sangat yang menjual food from home, started baking, finding new ways to survive, and ramai antara kita yang fortunate who took that opportunity untuk support all these local businesses. You pun kan actually big.
Yeah. I was one of them. Kita kena be creative. We're going to find different stream of income.
Betul.
I enjoy baking, so okay lah. But what about you, Aini? I'm shooting the same question to you. Yang tadi awal tu, yang serious tu, I pun dah lupa dah. What was the question you asked me?
Oh my god. Wow, dia boleh pula nak tanya benda sama dekat kita. Anyway, for me pula, I rasa benda yang paling challenging tahun ni was discovering myself, because discovering the new me. Kan ada pepatah, sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself. So tahun ni I feel like it is a very personal, sebab I rasa just like everybody else, we entered 2020 with a vision of it's going to be my year. It's going to be my year. Tahun ni tahun ni I will be a millionaire.
Wow.
Inshallah. Amin. And who would have thought tiba-tiba COVID happened and it shut the whole world, literally. So it took me months juga untuk bounce back, untuk cari balik dalam diri I need to convince myself that everything will be okay. And it's not easy. So I kept telling myself, bukan I seorang sahaja tengah go through this, Elaine. So what I did was, I cuba cari a new routine. a new way of life just around this whole situation to make it work. It has been an emotional roller coaster, but so emotional roller coaster ride. But here I am, stronger than ever, co-hosting this show with you, Elaine. Who would have thought?
Very deep topic opening kita ini. Tapi tiap self-reflection is important, especially 2020 this year, kan?
Betul. Oh my god, Elaine, first time we go this deep to start an episode
I quite like it.
Yeah. No, sebab kita dah biasa bab merapu kita number one. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, for tonight kita ada someone very very special. Dari I start co-hosting the show, Elaine, I perasan semua mencari-cari special guest kita malam ni. Tiap kali we go on air, mana special guest ni? Mana special guest ni? Mungkin audience pun dah nak give up dah tengok muka kita, Elaine.
I think so. Janganlah. Don't give up on us, guys. Don't give up on us.
Yeah. He is the talk of the nation right now because apparently, Elaine, this special guest of ours had an interesting dinner recently. Yeah. Could there be a new hope? Let's find out when we come back.
Welcome back to the show. Do you guys remember our first two guests on our first episode? Let me refresh your memory. Aini. I asked him whether he likes to karaoke and he sang a little bit for you guys. Do you guys remember? No? Okay, never mind. But it is truly an honor to have him for the second time before we end 2020. Please, Aini, let me welcome everyone. Datuk Sri Shafi Abdab. Hi, Datuk Sri.
Oh, hi, hello. How
are you?
Fine, thank you. How's everybody?
Good.
How's
good.
Malaysia?
Very good.
Okay.
Malaysia don't know lah. Tapi kita dua okay, sihat.
Comments are saying, hi, Datuk Sri. Hello, Datuk Sri.
Yeah. That's
Wow, finally.
Datuk Sri, you know Aini, right?
I think so, yeah. Looks very familiar, but a very, quite.
That's
Sorry, Aini.
Datuk Sri can be very funny lah sometimes.
Datuk Sri, how was Parliament?
Well, Parliament was over last couple of months ago.
Was it a couple months ago? I thought it was just a few weeks ago.
The Dewan Dagan Negeri was just recently.
Oh, okay,
Parliament was over for
how was that?
month, if I'm not mistaken. But it's quite surprisingly what is happening, the proceeding in particular, when there was a lot of high-handed kind of way of handling things, especially when it comes to the implementation of SOP. There were times when laws and procedure need to be enhanced, and yet they unwind it just to suit their requirement and needs, which I think we must be very consistent. When there's a law, when there's a procedure that have been laid out, they don't ban it for your purpose. It must be consistent, and people will judge us. But how do we manage the country? It is not to suiting our requirement, our needs, but it is indeed important for us to ensure that Parliament is an institution where it is one of the four pillars of the country. Beside the king, monarchy, you have Parliament, you have judiciary, you have the all the cabinet, and it has the independent as a policy-making body and producing a lot of laws in the country. And it is indeed very important for us to manage it so that trust and hope for the country will be there. Otherwise, an institution like Parliament, where you can formulate all policies, if they don't have trust, then it's very difficult for us to not only ensure that the people will be on board, succumb to the laws, even to the extent understand and follow it. I think it's indeed very important for us to ensure that sort of things to be shown, and we practice it. But it has been there, but it was quite a different kind of atmosphere. Not only because coronavirus is there, but the system was quite very inconsistent, And when we have our parliament sessions in KL, they subscribe to all this very stringent and strict SOP initially. After that, they unwind it. But in Sabah was rather loose when we have our Dewan Dengan Negeri. I mean, you can imagine when we have our proceeding from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, and then, there was no rest for members of State Assembly, which I was quite surprised. And some of YB did complain. I mean, of course, time is a factor, but one should not, take the advantage of the environment to suit their needs and requirements.
Because the world is watching us. The world is watching how the country is managing the virus, So we need to basically kita perlu set macam an example so that people look up to us.
Yeah. I mean, you can just see what's happening in the world now.
Yeah.
With everybody knows and everybody is facing problem, struggling for their life when you talk about coronavirus, COVID-19. But you can see some part of the world, the more affordable society and country, they're showing, quite blatantly that they have the vaccine.
Yeah, they have the vaccine.
They give all those sort of thing priority to all the politicians and all the presidents of the party. How about those poor people in African countries, in some of less developed people? I mean, when I saw it as a person, I think this is where I think, the world leaders must come out. Unite the country, unite the people in this world, irrespective of where they are, and those very vulnerable people who are really in needs for all that sort of things must be given priority rather than those who can afford it.
The fortunate ones.
They can get it from private sectors, and yet you can see countries of the country, we are not looking into it. I mean, United Nations used to play a role helping the poor countries by giving fund to them. There's an international outfit there where they used to give all this sort of development fund, to all these developing countries. But now facing this sort of serious problem, it can cripple people's not only businesses but life. And yet, world leaders are not looking into it. I mean, this is timely and it's indeed very important for us to come up saying to the world that please wake up, for us to ensure that the world populations, we are not alone. Just like Michael Jackson used to sing a song, we are not alone, but we must ensure that we care, irrespective of who you are, where you are, where you come from. I mean, carrying values in our life is indeed very fundamental. I think it's very crucial, irrespective of who you are, where you are. And the more those people very vulnerable, the more that they require attention and need help from us.
Hopefully everyone actually duduk diam-diam lah kan, Elaine tak ke mana, takut ada orang terlepas because everyone thinks maybe it's not Datuk Sri on the show as our special guest tonight. So hopefully semua duduk diam-diam kan, Elaine?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope you guys are still watching. Mesti lah kan.
Ingat baik bagi kita untuk bukan mungkin oleh keadaan yang tak membolehkan kita bertemu bersemuka, tapi menerusi media sosial seumpama ini, kita boleh melihat bagaimana interaksi.
Bersama-sama.
Interaksi. You might not be able to see me in real life there, you can't touch me, but nevertheless you can look at me.
Cannot.
Semua suka pegang Datuk Sri, pegang.
Keep your hands to yourself.
So funny, cannot lah. I dengar Elaine macam ni lah Datuk Sri, kadang kuat merapu.
Datuk Sri, I'm curious, what have you been doing and what did you do during the Christmas week last week?
Well, the moment I was in KK, I was in Kota Kinabalu recently. Then after the day one, immediately after that, I flew over to KL and attended the tahlil at Yayasan Tun Raha, the wife of former second Prime Minister, and I was there and attended, and the Queen was there as well. And quite tied up with certain meeting, and I had a meeting after that with Tun Mahathir yesterday, and he's spending his holiday in Langkawi now. So I interacted with many people just now. I went to the
the interesting part. Anything interesting?
On which one?
Holiday season.
Holiday season.
Yeah, we want to know about you, Datuk Sri, not them.
Okay, the most interesting part in life, that the moment I'm in KL, it was so exciting that when I met all my grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
And then,
Very
most of the
lovely.
time I do a lot of reading, and that's why I stack of books in behind me there.
Oh, I can
Because
see.
I always
Like a
believe
mini
that
library.
we need to learn a lot. We
Yeah.
need to know, update ourselves. So yesterday I went out with the Sri and went to some of the shops and look into some of the magazine, the Forbes magazine,
Oh,
Times
interesting.
magazine, looking into some of the current kind of issue, and that is my interest. It's quite boring. I mean, people do say,
No, it's not. It's I mean I can relate. I don't know about Aini.
Yeah, I mean, I can try and relate lah, boleh lah.
I'm not a golfer. I'm not a golfer, and I'm not I was a sprinter. I was a footballer. When I
Yeah.
was then a civil servant, I used to play football almost every afternoon.
Wow.
Work. But
You
after
still
that,
play?
I used to present my school, Sabah College, for 100 meters. And then after that, when I went to Victoria Institutions in KL, and also presenting the school.
Interesting. Very active.
I was very active then, and then, but now,
Now,
I think.
What do you do now? Do you still do jogging ka, running?
I do some exercise, but through the treadmills.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
So it's very
Dato' Sri,
interesting.
do you like to hike?
Not really.
Allah.
Used to, not nowadays.
Used to.
Baru nak ajak, tak
Ya,
jadilah.
baru nak ajak. Ni Aini.
Yeah, my son Awi wanted to ask me yesterday, say, can we do hiking somewhere around?
Datuk Sri, mungkin di kaca mata semua yang mengenali Datuk Sri, mereka melihat Datuk Sri sebagai seorang yang very serious. So bila Datuk Sri bercakap, bila Datuk Sri berucap, suara very lantang. So kalau mic rosak pun satu Sabah boleh dengar bila berucap. Bergegar bumi Sabah, dia macam alamak, what's going on? Ada earthquake ke apa ni? Macam pemimpin kita
Panis.
DSSA tengah berucap.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
jadi mungkin Datuk Sri boleh berkongsi sedikit tentang kehidupan harian di rumah apabila tak bekerja yang rakyat tak tahu mengenai Datuk Sri. Mungkin Datuk Sri ada bakat terpendam, boleh bake chocolate cake ke? Maybe Datuk Sri suka drive macam F1 driver ke in the weekend to distress.
Wow.
We
I'm
never
scared.
know.
I'm scared.
But I tak buat yang tu sometimes. But a lot of reading. A lot of reading. I read a lot of books, and sometimes, of course, jogging tu ada sikit-sikit lah. But since my tendon operations last, was it 2 years ago, and I slowed down a bit because I think the doctor advised me not to overdo that.
Ya.
Tapi keadaan itu, tapi saya gemar juga keluar melihat suasana, tapi kena keadaan COVID yang ada pada hari ini tak membolehkan. Saya selalu dulu, kalau dulu pergi pasar ikan, bukan nak beli, kadang-kadang saya beli, tapi purposely I go to the ground. Kalau di Kota Kinabalu, Gaya Street, kalau pasar ikan di pasar sayur di Kota Kinabalu, I used to go around. Dan bukan hanya untuk nak beli barang, tapi kadang itu saya ingin engage, saya tanya apa masalah.
Yeah.
So it is very important for us to listen directly, to the people's problem they face. And that is where saya kegemaran untuk melihat. Kadang-kadang itu saya nampak orang ada sayur, but I can see how poor they are. Saya beli saja. Dan bagi ke jiran-jiran, give to them buah. I know I can't take it all. Banyak sangat kan. But you can imagine those poor people. They spend from day to late afternoon spending their time because they need to feed the children back home. Because the earning is only about 60 ringgit, 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit. Kesian kan. Jadi kita kena lihat bagaimana masyarakat kita dengan kita melakukan. Tapi keadaan COVID ni agak susah sikit. Swimming, dulu ada swimming, tapi sekarang kurang sikit swimming.
Banyak benda je makin kurang ni Datuk Sri.
more on reading, more on thinking on how, because saya kena berfikir times when it's a very quiet moment for me and I jot down. There's a notebook by the side of my bed, pen and notebook situ, and if I remember and I think of something, I just jot down. In the morning I follow it through.
A to-do list, Aini. A to-do list.
To-do list kita pun kena ada sebelah katil.
Dato' Sri. I think 5 times I tried to cut you, Dato' Sri.
Sorry.
No. It's okay. But I'm pretty sure whenever you're in KL or with families, I'm pretty sure you spend more time with your grandkids. Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Because I do miss them. I'm hardly here,
Mm.
hardly
Tapi
in
kan,
KL.
tapi
So
Dato Sri, there's this, I don't know if you're aware of it, but Aini and we know about it. There's this
Yeah.
viral video going on about you, Dato Sri, with
Yes.
some kids. So we're not sure
Betul.
who these kids are.
Yeah. I pun nampak juga video
Ah.
tu. Very sesuatu. Tak
Yep.
expect Datuk Sri kita sebenarnya macam tu bila off camera.
Yeah. So
Jom kita tengok video tu. We have to see this video.
we have to see this video.
video apa tu?
Yeah.
Oh, the three girls. Oh yeah, that was after our lunch. So we went to a Japanese restaurant, and then after that, and then my three girl was there, and they were just playing, so I like to participate, and they got excited. And I mean, that's how we in life, you know, as a grandfather, as a father, as a leader, get involved.
True.
Then they can get the sort of like, oh, he's good. He like to interact, engage with irrespective of age and religious belief, race. I think it's important for us.
Yeah,
So
but
this is how you.
when I saw that video, when I watched it, I felt so like
Touched
calming and so
macam,
like so
Loving
warm, you
macam,
know.
loving sangat Datuk Sri ni sebenarnya.
Yeah, and we don't see that side of
No,
you, Dato Sri.
it is indeed very important for me to know, and then I really analyze the character and the values of my grandchildren, the people too. I look at them. Sometimes while I'm looking at I'm talking to your guys, I'm looking at how, lipsticks are and all the cosmetic that you have, how you talk and that sort of things.
How we
in life.
laugh.
How you laugh, how you present your
Dato
views.
Sri,
I
we
mean,
are
this is-
seeing a
this is
different side
where-
of you. We are seeing a different side of you that we like.
No, the grandchildren, when I look at them, and I can look at how their characters are,
How different
and
are
I
they?
can imagine in the future
Yeah.
what will become, and sometimes I tell them, I said, you just manage it. This is what you should do quietly, so the parents will know what to do about that. Putting them on the right kind of path and values.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's good to inculcate good values when they're at a young age.
That's
So
true.
I think it is indeed but allow them to make mistakes. Just allow them. That's why sometimes, my another one is keep on knocking at the door in the morning and saying, "Grandpa, exercise." So
Oh,
pulling me to the treadmill to this.
So
I mean, this is
cute.
something that's really good.
That's interesting. Datuk Sri, okay, sepanjang kerjaya Datuk Sri sebagai pemimpin, apa pengalaman yang melucukan yang pernah terjadi ataupun maybe Datuk Sri pernah buat yang tak dapat dilupakan? Maybe Datuk Sri pernah cuba untuk keluar berdua dengan Datin Sri, tak pergi tengok movie tanpa pengetahuan polis-polis, nak pergi dating, reminisce zaman-zaman muda keluar bersama. Kita tak tahu kan? Maybe anything interesting, anything melucukan, anything.
Tak ada yang melucukan. When I was studying in England, itu yang agak lucu sikit. Bukan lucu lah, but that was a New Year.
Okay.
Tahun baru, that was in 19 berapa tu, 80, 70, 80, 81 like that.
Long time ago lah.
Time ago. Jadi keluar,
Yeah.
my hair was very long.
Oh.
One of the reasons why I keep long hair was because cutting hair in London is very expensive. It can cost you about 20 pounds. Even 10 pounds for cutting hair is about 50 ringgit. So you imagine students,
Wow.
have to be very, not to say thrifty, but careful with spending.
Yeah.
So kadang-kadang rambut
Back then it was a
panjang,
lot.
very
Back
long.
then
And
it
then
was a
after
lot.
that, there was very good crowd. So when the bell, sounds so loud and whistling and everything, signaling the New Year is already there.
Yeah.
Exactly on the dot 12 o'clock, Piccadilly Circus.
Piccadilly Circus.
So walking there, and after that, people from behind calling me. After that, they thought I was a girl because long hair. They wanted to kiss me. I said, "Oh my God, no." So Datin Sri was a bit. There you are. But there's so many things in life when I look at it, But a lot of experience that I've gone through, Sometimes
Wow.
sometimes there are times when in Kota Kinabalu, dan by pantai-pantai saya tengok, kadang-kadang saya nampak orang dia pancing ikan, mancing ikan di depan, not far away from Sutra Harbour there. So saya kadang-kadang saya panggil orang mancing ikan. Dan lama saya perhati, dia quite some time. And then dia tak dapat banyak ikan. Saya tanya berapa anak dia, berapa dia punya. And then I give money at least. Dia tak kenal saya, dia don't know. Initially dulu lah, dia tak berapa jam sangat. So I said, terima kasih banyak. I said, it's okay, go and spend the money for your children.
Oh, this is the other side of Datuk Sri yang kita semua tak nampak. Kan Elaine, this is like another side macam alamak. Macam very loving, very caring macam alamak.
That's why I diam je. Because I'm just
where is this coming from?
Well, that's in life. Yeah, we have gone through so many things in life. We have dah merasa apa yang ada, tapi kadang-kadang itu manusia kita tak tahu macam mana dia punya perasaan, dia kesusahan dia, unless and until. Saya tidur di rumah panjang di Sarawak satu hari. Lepas itu saya dengan Alfred Jabu. Jadi Tan Sri Alfred Jabu, masa itu kita melawat kampung-kampung rumah panjang. And then they have a culture. Dia gunakan ayam, dia guna miring. That sort of thing, But it's a culture, it's not religious belief as such. So menghormati, saya pun ikutlah. Dan sampai jam 2 pagi, dia menari kan, mengajar. Dan dia minum tau. Tapi saya tak minum. So I just bagi wakil yang mabuk tu lah. So you go and minum.
Datuk Sri had to put it out there. Saya tak minum tau.
Ada wakil, okay?
No, there's a few things in my life that I have never done until now. I don't smoke. I don't drink. That sort of things. Saya tak biasa merokok. Saya tak pernah merokok. Tak erti minum. Dulu saya kerja di Pizza Hut. Masa dulu belajar in 1978, if I'm mistaken, in London. Dan masa belajar, lepas itu saya malam tu saya kerja, habis kadang-kadang jam 1, cuci piring, And, but very tough, basuh piring, masak. Used to masak macam-macam, daging babi pun ada masak juga.
Boleh imagine kan? Saya rasa macam tak boleh nak imagine Datuk Sri mencuci pinggan dekat Pizza Hut dulu.
I did become bagi lepas tu ada satu kali tu lewat sangat kan, dia orang Irish, dia makan pizza, dia makan, dia minum. So dia bukan one pint of lager, they call it lager, this one pint. Just to serve them with pint of lager, sampai 5 pint dia makan.
Wow.
Lepas tu dia mabuk, nak bawa dia sampai jam 1 susah keluar daripada dah. Tertidur atas meja makan tu. So quite difficult. So a lot of experience I've gone through in life. Jual kasut pun pernah. Masa saya belajar, saya jual kasut. So I can smell the leather shoes, cowhide, all these. Walaupun dia warna lain, you can just look at the texture dia. Kita tengok lepas tu. But sometimes, pengalaman banyak. But you have to be very patient lah as a workers kan. Kita salesman jual. Ada kadang-kadang tu dia nak cuba kasut sampai 10. Sampai 15 pasang. You naik di atas tingkat tempat rack where they put the shoes kan. Rack what size, what color. Turun bawah 10, 15, 20. After that, thank you very much. I decided not to buy.
Dia tak beli, tak jadi beli.
I'm not like that.
So you imagine kan, kadang-kadang penat, dah sabar. But that's how life is. There are times when they want to buy, there are times they don't want to buy. Dan ini yang kita kena tahu, just to customer is always right, they say.
That's true. Datuk Sri, one last question before we end the show. Okay, this one is a very serious question lah. Sebab tadi kita dah fun question, now it's a serious question. Dengan keadaan ekonomi dan politik negara sekarang, apa pendapat Datuk Sri tentang keadaan negara Malaysia, especially bila ada mereka yang mencuba untuk mempolitikkan every little thing yang Datuk Sri buat? And what sort of legacy do you wish to leave behind for your grandkids dan anak-anak muda kita?
Well, I'm quite worried and concerned about what is happening now. Apa yang berlaku di negara kita agak membimbangkan saya. Kerana ini dari segi keadaan bukan hanya ekonomi yang semakin menurun, keadaan dia, rating kita. Dan negara kita diurus dengan tidak begitu tersusun baik. dan kita dapat melihat we are trailing behind dari segi competitiveness. Kita bukan menjadi pilihan. Negara jiran kita Singapura, negara jiran kita Vietnam ada choice for other things to do some businesses. Jadi saya melihat there's internal problem yang kita sedang hadapi di negara kita, keadaan ini yang membimbangkan kita, iaitu dari segi political yang tak stabil sangat. Stability in our political scenario in our country, which is indeed very fundamental, that we have to unwind this, we have to overcome this problem. Kalau tak, very unstable government dalam keadaan politik yang tidak menentu, dan ini akan boleh mengakibatkan landasan foundation ekonomi negara kita yang akan mungkin mengambil masa untuk nak bangkit semula. Kita ada keyakinan, tapi keadaan politik itu tidak boleh dielakkan di negara ini. Itu yang terlampau banyak sangat. Kadang-kadang setiap langkah yang kita lakukan dipolitikkan semata-mata untuk nak mengaud kehendak kita. Ya, kita katakan bahawa fabricating stories as well, you know. Jadi terkadang itu yang media sosial ni very important. Di sini negara kita nak membangun. Then we have to enhance our ability to use the new technologies, appliances of all this sort of like social media yang ada. Tapi kita tidak boleh tidak mempunyai nilai, kena digunakan untuk kebaikan. Lebih banyak kita gunakan untuk kebaikan daripada keburukan. Kalau kita gunakan setiap langkah yang dilakukan dipolitikkan dengan menjurus ke arah perbalahan, perpecahan, perception yang tidak begitu baik, maka ia akan melahirkan satu suasana yang tidak begitu sihat di kalangan generasi anak-anak kita, generasi muda yang ada. Jadi kita mempunyai tanggungjawab, setiap individu Malaysian yang ada di negara ini untuk memainkan peranan. Kita tak boleh ketepikan bahawa it is not my responsibility, it's not my duty. Leave it to the politician. No. We have our responsibility as a Malaysians. Take charge. Take charge of your destiny of your life by doing what you can do, by doing what it is in your power to do things, you know, to decide things. In come, for example, like there are times when election is coming, you know, you must choose the right leader, you must choose the right government of the day. Don't just be tempted by just listening to the jingle, looking into some of the prompt young campaigns and very dynamic. But nevertheless, it can trap the country into an environment which is very difficult for us to get out from it. You know, we have seen many countries in the world, like in Brazil, American country yang ada bila berhadapan dengan keadaan ekonomi yang tidak sihat, nak bangun mengambil masa sehingga berpuluh-puluh tahun. Dan Malaysia sebuah negara yang baik sebenarnya dari segi kedudukan ekonomi asas di awal-awal. Kita resourceful country, bukan hanya dari segi natural resources, bahkan human keadaan apa ni, human capital kita. Tapi malangnya contohnya banyak orang-orang Malaysia yang terpaksa bekerja beribu. Ada yang kerja di Singapura dengan gaji 2,000, 3,000 saja. Tapi ramai. They have to earn a living in other countries, in the foreign countries. Di Australia, picking apples. Why is that so? And there are also Malaysians who got talent. They're working in Hollywood and so many other places. Why can't they contribute to their own countries? Pasal problem is that kita punya environment. Structure changes yang ada agak tidak begitu kondusif untuk membolehkan rakyat cari peluang pekerjaan, cari mungkin kena ada pertimbangan oleh kena bangsa dia, oleh kena agama dia, oh he's a different race. We should unwind all these sort of things. You know, they're all Malaysian, irrespective who they are. It should be based on merits. Maka dengan itu bila saya lihat, saya ambil tampuk pemerintahan di peringkat Negeri Sabah, saya tidak melihat ada terkadang itu orang dahulu yang pegawai kerajaan kempen untuk kerajaan dahulu jangan naikkan pangkat pasal dia berpihak kepada itu. No, I said dia should be impartial. Tapi kita kena lihat based on merits. Mana yang ada kebolehan, kita bagi ruang dan peluang. Begitu juga rakyat kita, kalau ada kebolehan dia, maka kita lahirkan, maintain them, entice them, tarik mereka sebaik mungkin untuk bekerja dalam negara kita. Dan ini akan memberi sumbangan ke arah pembangunan negara kita.
Interesting bila Datuk Sri point out about anak-anak muda yang berada di luar Malaysia, di luar negara, sebab ada artikel yang saya nampak online where all these anak-anak muda actually voice out their opinion, saying that anak-anak muda ni sebenarnya diorang nampak potensi di luar negara, bukan di dalam negara, sebab bila di dalam negara macam banyak sangat politik, jadi dia own talent jadi disuppress, jadi tenggelam. Jadi dia di luar sana, bila dia keluar daripada Malaysia, dia kata that's where they can show their true talent and people appreciate that. People appreciate them for their talent. Itu yang bila Datuk Syed kata, oh anak-anak muda berada di luar negara. Sebab betul, memang benda ni terjadi. Memang sekarang anak-anak muda rasa sekarang diorang boleh nampak talent diorang di luar negara, bukan di dalam negara sendiri. Patutnya diorang patut datang, patutnya negara, patut Malaysia patut bangkit, patut menolong anak-anak muda ni untuk bangkit sebenarnya.
Itu sepatutnya perlu dilakukan. Saya masih ingat masa saya bertugas di Kuala Lumpur menjadi Menteri Perdagangan dalam negeri, dan saya membuat inisiatif untuk bawa beberapa GLC, Maybank, financial institutions, ada entiti yang ada, syarikat-syarikat yang berada di Malaysia, buat exhibitions di London dan buat exhibition di tempat-tempat luar negara untuk kita tunjukkan bahawa ada di antara pelajar-pelajar yang buat master degree, PhD degree, we try to attract them, entice them. The moment they graduated, come back to Malaysia, there are jobs available for you, dan mungkin kita akan masukkan. Ini kerangka yang harus kita tingkatkan. Masalah dia pada hari ini, kita tidak ada usaha untuk menggalakkan masyarakat kita yang mempunyai kebolehan, keupayaan, mereka bertugas di negara-negara luar yang mungkin agak asing kepada mereka, walaupun mereka terasa I want to contribute to my country. I want to contribute to my people. Exactly. But unfortunately, the environment is not conducive enough. We don't have that sort of outfit where you can maintain and retain, enhance the talents that our young Malaysians have. I think don't underrate. There are many of our Malaysians can really help, not only based on consultant itu. Kadang-kadang kita deploy consultant. Lantik konsultan dari luar, lantik konsultan dari dalam pun ada. Tapi kenapa kita tidak menggunakan kemahiran rakyat kita? Kena mungkin mereka ini nak menawarkan gaji yang tinggi, nak menawarkan oleh kena bangsa dia tak sebangsa dengan kita, agama tak seagama. Put that aside, I think we have to unwind all these things. Kita kena akan lihat on merits, people ada kebolehan dia, ada keupayaan dia, serahkan. Jangan kita nak sekat. Dan ini untuk menggalakkan talent yang ada. Banyak sebenarnya, tapi kita tak ada, bukan setakat contoh macam bila saya mendengar Unity Channel ada perbahasan bicara tentang talk about those entertainers, singers coming from Sabah, they are not getting the right pay. I remember when I was then managing this outfit in Kementerian Perpaduan dan Budaya, dan saya lihat betul tidak ada yang kita tak jelas sangat. Kita tak bergerak secara well coordinated, For example, like industries. Kita tahu industri yang ada di negara kita, music industry yang ada, tak bergabung dengan kumpulan NGO, artis yang ada, and also the government doesn't provide that sort of gerakan untuk membolehkan supaya kita dapat congkil bakat-bakat yang ada di negara kita menjadi, Sabahan, they have a very good vocal. Not only vocal dia baik, the looks that they,
very boleh jatuh cinta.
Jadi, tapi malangnya mereka tak dapat maju ke depan.
They are undervalued, underpaid.
Pasal dia melihat macam mana talent itu tak dibangkitkan. Pagi tadi saya menonton was it CNN or documentary about the golfer. The young girl was playing golf, and then all of a sudden the first check that she got was how many $1,000. And you imagine that she was putting an effort for many years, and only those sort of money that they get realized. But now she become very professional in the world now. So you can imagine, ini yang kita lihat. Bukan hanya dalam bidang hiburan, bidang berbagai, talent dalam sokan, dalam bidang. Kita kena menggalakkan, mesti negara kita maju ke depan untuk memastikan supaya ada sistem mendorong rakyat, masyarakat kita untuk berjaya dalam beberapa bidang yang ada. Tetapi malangnya tak ada, saya lihat pada hari ini, ada pun agak terbatas. Kalau kita pergi California and United States, there are certain places.
Macam-macam.
Di Boston, I went there, and you can just have a row of shops there.
Oh, yes.
You can go to the place and you just experiment all sort of things. You experiment buat macam-macam instrument. You can spend your time there just to create your talent there. Saya ingat it's high time that kita perlu melihat secara serius keadaan ini untuk membolehkan supaya macam mana kita nak, bukan hanya rakyat kita, anak-anak muda kita yang mempunyai kebolehan dan mereka ini boleh memberi sumbangan kepada negara dan bangsa mereka di Malaysia ini.
True. Datuk Sri, before we go, last question for you.
Oh, tadi I kata last question. Okay, that was second last. Ni last.
Second last.
This is last from Elaine. Is it?
Yes, that was last from Aini. This is last from me. Datuk Sri, what kind of Malaysia do you hope that your grandchildren will be able to see? And what is your New Year 2021 message to all Malaysian?
Well, I do hope that we can unite Malaysians. That is one of the most fundamental things in life. When I look at it, it is through unity that you can enhance, you can develop nations and a country. But of course, unity can only be realized when all the differences that you have, whether it's based on race and religions, where you're from, put that aside. And we are all Malaysians. I think it's how best we can unite Malaysia. And that is one of the most important things that I would love to see. And allow our young people, especially all the children that we have, when they grow up, they are happy, not because of, they can excel in life, but because the environment allowed them to do so. And then when they doesn't have any kind of suppression to whatever cara-cara, pendekatan in terms of whether it is a formal kind of structure of how we govern the country. I think this is important for us to reform the system yang ada di negara Malaysia to enable all these young people to grow up and also to contribute for the country's development. But I think it's important for us. I would love to see how we can unite them. But unfortunately, we look into how the things are functioning now, working. I mean, you go to school, the diversity is there in spite of that, but there's no effort seriously on how we can make sure that when they are grown up, they should not be operating in silo. They're looking to their own inner pathway just because of their kampung, their village, their state. I mean, as a Sabahan, we are Malaysian. We love our country. There is no dispute of that, but it is time for us to how best we can touch the heart of all Malaysian, irrespective of race and religion. But I think I would love to see the country progressing and not putting aside other people too. It is not good for us. Sebagai structure orang Bumiputera, orang Melayu membangun, tapi bangsa lain yang bukan Bumiputera tidak membangun. I mean, it's not good. To me, we are all Malaysian. They deserve to earn a living in this country. They contributed to the growth and progress of this country. We cannot be just giving our lip service and talking as a politician, but do it. We must do it, and we must have the will to ensure that we can do it. So I do hope that this is my hope as an individual, and I can imagine. And I would love to see, when our young Malaysians are all together, just like looking at my grandchildren, they are happy, the moment they are together with me and together in the house, they are they just, exercise what they wanted to do, that sort of things in life.
Expressive too.
So Elaine, I do hope that, but there's no doubt the Malaysian is a talented people, and the country is indeed very resourceful. But I think we must have the will, and we must have effort to ensure that we can unite.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a very good answer, Datuk Sri. Thank you so much.
I think we can go on and on if it was because of the time. I'm really enjoying myself.
Beside that, I do hope that I pray to God that all Malaysians will have a better life in the future next year, which is next week. I
Amin.
know we are facing a lot of problem. We have yet to see the vaccine
Yeah.
come into the country,
All this
and
vaccine
but
that
I think
people
I
are
do hope
promising
that
us.
and then the people when they have the vaccine is around us, and then people can just say, now we have our freedom, and then we can do what we can. But make sure when God is giving us a second chance
We
in
have to-
life, when you have the freedom, exercise it to the for the betterment of all.
That's
Yep.
true. Inshallah, Datuk Sri.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so much, Datuk
coming
Sri.
to the show, Datuk Sri.
Thank you. Happy
For the
New
second
Year.
time.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Selamat
Year.
Tahun Baru.
Kami
Maaf
Kami tak
Zahid.
pegang Datuk Sri lama-lama dah. Takut nak kena pergi main dengan cucu-cucu.
All right.
Right.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
for your time,
Elaine.
Datuk Sri.
Thank you, Aini. Yeah.
We'll see
Alright,
you
Datuk
again.
Sri.
God
See
bless you all.
God bless
God
you
bless you
too.
too. Bye. Welcome back to our second segment of our last episode for 2020, guys. Dah nak habis dah 2020 ni. Pada malam ini, we have someone who comes from a different background. Ada kelainan sikit pada malam ini dari talent-talent yang kita pernah invite sebelum ini. He plays the saxophone, a local
Yeah.
Sabahan. Yeah, a local Sabahan juga. Tapi kini berada di Kuala Terengganu. So please
Hello,
make some
people.
noise for Skyly.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello
Sky.
guys.
How
Hi
are you?
Ellen. Hi Annie.
I need Elaine.
Yeah.
Together
Aini-
with Eileen.
Elaine.
Sebut, awal-awal je dah nama dah salah. 5
Almost the
minit
same
je lah
but
bagi dia.
Actually, yeah, almost the same. Like if you put another E at the back of my name and scratch EL, it's Aini. So I think Aini we're meant to be.
Elaine.
Yes.
Elaine.
No. Anyway, it's not about us. It's about you, Sky. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Alhamdulillah. Everything
You're good?
goes
Okay.
well. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Where are you now? Di mana kau sekarang ni?
Nah, saya sekarang berada di Terengganu. I mean, yeah, Terengganu, Kuala Terengganu. In my studio. This is my studio and in my school also. Yeah.
Cozy studio.
Oh.
Hmm.
Sky, okay. Macam mana you daripada KK, Sabah, boleh sampai ke Terengganu?
They fly, Aini. They fly.
No, masalah in fact dia tengah duduk. Dia duduk dekat Kuala Terengganu tu. Sebab I Kelantanis. Kelantanis. I memang Kelantan.
Oh.
Dia je Dia duduk Kuala Terengganu macam. Okay, go on, cerita. Nak tahu?
Actually, okay. Pertama, of course, saya asal betul-betul pun sempurna, Tawau pindah KK, and then Tawau back, and then move to KL, and then this my final destination. For now, Kuala Terengganu lah. It's because, Alhamdulillah, I got married with my my wife from Terengganu.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow lah cari jodoh.
I moved because sebab my wife mau pindah sini, saya ikut je lah.
Tapi tahu you cari jodoh macam mana you jumpa wife you? Wow, sibuk
Kenapa pasal wife pula?
Tak tahu, kadang-kadang tak sangka juga kan. Saya pun tak terfikir cari sebelah-sebelah West Malaysia.
Berapa lama dah Sky duduk dekat Terengganu?
Actually baru lagi since I think early of this year 2020 lah. January.
Baru. Okay, Sky, cerita about your career. Cerita about macam mana you start play saxophone. Saxophone kot, it's a very, to me, benda yang instrumen yang paling very interesting and intricate bagi I.
Yeah. Okay, so actually last time I'm not so interested in saxophone when I was young lah, can say kan. I just interested on making song, yeah, and then learning about studio. And then when I went to the UMS, and then it's because all the students already choose like violin. Actually, I want to choose drum and also piano, but tak dapat sebab dorang kata mau ada grade kan. So hanya ada trumpet and saxophone. So I choose which one better. I listened to any saxophone song first, and then saxophone is like almost like singing. So yeah, for me it's like singing. So really helped me also in my singing, menyanyi kan. So I choose to learn saxophone in UMS, and then after that, after saxophone, after 1 year, I also learned violin. And
I've always wanted to play the violin, tapi I don't know, tiada jodoh to
I
play.
lagi
And
lah.
also the piano, but I don't know, my parents kept telling me like, you're gonna play them, okay? But lepas 28 masih know nothing about it. But how long have you?
Tapi Elaine, dulu I pernah belajar main piano tau masa kecil. Lepas tu dah tak ada dah tak saja nak kena nak rasa macam relate je, rasa macam nak
saja nak relate lah. Okay.
Betul Elaine.
But Sky, berapa lama dah kau main saxophone?
Saxophone saya main.
How long has it been?
Saya letaklah dari saya start belajar kan, kadang-kadang tak boleh kira juga. Okay, boleh kata dari 2009. Since 2009.
Okay. Yeah. So susah kah to play this instrument? I mean, just now watching the halftime, I feel, the amount
mau kata susah tidak juga. Mau kata susah tidak juga, mau kata senang sangat pun tidak juga. For me, for me tengah-tengah sebab untuk belajar tu dia bukan sesusah violin. Sebab saxophone ni apa note yang kamu main itu dah note dia. Kalau violin ni because tiada fret kan, you don't know which note kan. But saxophone you play that note okay already. But the problem is you have to master also the chord progression, itu yang susah. And also me still learning about that one. Yeah, luckily I know a little bit how to sing kan, jadi help me also in my improvisation for saxophone.
I need dia kata dia tahu nyanyi.
Sikit lah.
Should we
no. I nyanyi dalam tandas masa menyanyi boleh lah. Masa mandi boleh lah. Itu boleh lah. Kalau you nak expect I menyanyi sekarang tak boleh. Tak apa. It's okay. Tak apa.
Bukan you, Sky. I tak nak you nyanyi. I nak Sky. You see Semenanjung keluar. Sorry guys. Sky, it's mandatory whenever we have special talents on the show that they will play something.
Yes.
Tapi since you mentioned you pandai nyanyi juga.
Apa kata nyanyi?
No lah. But this
saya boleh combine together, tak ada masalah juga kan, like normal because normally I'm not like fully play saxophone when I perform in a gig kan.
Uh-huh.
Normally I sing and then ada some part I play saxophone and then I sing again. Macam tu lah.
So when you say you can do both for later, how do you
Ya, macam mana?
do you play and then you pause? I mean, obviously, yeah. You pause and then you sing.
Interesting lah, dia boleh
That's-
combine dua-dua.
Sounds very difficult.
We have to see this then.
No, we need to see this now. Sorry, Sky, you gotta do it
Not
now.
really difficult, but you can see it later. Yeah.
Oh,
should
wow,
be no
later.
problem.
Later,
Yeah, yeah.
later.
Yeah, boleh ba?
Sky, apa tu? Tapi Sky dekat Terengganu sekarang, Sky bukan just play saxophone. You're also running a class kan? Tak silap?
Yeah, music
What
class.
sort of class? Music class, what do you teach?
Violin,
Saxophone, violin,
saxophone,
vocals.
vocal, ukulele,
Oh,
And-
interesting.
and
Oh my
if
God, there's
I
ukulele here.
saya letak di dalam kelas, saya tak letak di sinilah.
Oh.
And then and also if got drum, maybe I can teach drum, but for now belum ada drum lagi lah. Tu je.
Okay.
Yes.
In the
Very
future lah.
interesting. Okay, I nak tanya satu soalan cepu, Mas.
Okay, jangan susah ya. Okay.
Okay, no, now that Sky duduk dekat Kuala Terengganu kan, Sky prefer the beaches dekat Kuala Terengganu or di Sabah?
Okay. Oh man.
You have to decide properly.
Kena decide.
You
Okay,
have
ada lepas tu, yes.
Sabahan here.
Yeah. And jangan lupa, I juga Mac Kelantan ya. So, Kelantan dengan Terengganu ni berjiran.
Betul.
So, make sure you jawab apa you jawab, your answer ni. Kena betul-betul, kena fikir betul-betul.
Dia gini, dia dia dua-dua ada kelebihan masing-masing lah. But of course, even whole world pun macam around sempurna memang susah melawan juga kan. Kita tak boleh kan, memang cantik Amin in sempurna Sabah. Tapi in Terengganu or including Kelantan kan, boleh cakap juga kan.
Kelantan juga.
Yeah. He wants you to fit in, Aini.
Feel something like nice lah, cantik. Ada yang I cannot describe because dengan angin pun tidak sama, dia punya angin kan berbeza. If you stay in me like in Terengganu now, dia punya angin tu sedap betul, bukan panas, even dia ada matahari, but dia punya angin like I like it so much. And then the view luas.
Okay.
Luas.
And sempurna.
Sempurna. Oh. Okay, itu memang
The view is not
okay.
luas.
Sempurna the
Not luas.
no luas. I mean the okay, sempurna okay lah. Dia punya laut tu terlampau bersih dan jernih hingga boleh nampak penyu-penyu apa sejak pun di dalam. Kalau
Terengganu
di
tak boleh lah.
Terengganu ni kurang sikit lah. Kalau berenang tu
Oh.
Limited view
macam
lah.
saya pun takut-takut
Pandangan
juga
tak
sebab
masalah
kurang
lah.
nampak sikit,
Mungkin
gelap-gelap sikit.
limited.
Yes, jadi tambah lagi saya ni yang tak pandai berenang, so saya takut lah.
Okay, Sky, ni soalan yang macam very interesting juga, because nama betul Sky is actually Muhammad Ghazali bin
Walkie.
Walkie. So
Yeah.
macam mana tiba orang boleh panggil Sky? Skywalkie. Tadi we joke around, kita kata Skywalker, but it's actually Skywalkie.
Okay.
It's my can say stage name lah, and then I love to let people easy to remember me kan, macam like also macam when I teach for this with the student kan, dorang kadang-kadang mau ingat saya, kadang-kadang my name is too long, so with Sky just remember teacher Sky, remember I watching you because I'm Sky or something like that. And
Cikgu ni.
and then saya memang suka langit lah. Misalnya dulu waktu saya remaja, when I writing a song, saya selalu tengok langit, dapat idea, ilham macam tu.
Okay.
Yeah, just a stage name lah, can say. Stage name simple.
Okay, very interesting. So sekarang Sky
yeah.
kena perform lah kan, Elaine kan?
Yeah.
The menyanyi, combination menyanyi dengan saxophone.
Nyanyi
tu nak
dengan
dengar.
saxophone tu.
Ya, sikit-sikit. Oh, okay, boleh.
No. Okay.
Boleh? Oh, sekarang lah kan?
Sekarang dia boleh main-main dengan kita. Dia boleh tanya kita sekarang. Takkan tahun
Okay,
depan.
Okay.
Tahun depan tu 2 days left.
Very funny lah this guy.
I use minus one only,
ya.
Dia dah start.
Okay.
Fly me to the moon.
Oh.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring it's like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh my God.
Aini.
I love
Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true, boo 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 boo. In other words, I love you.
Oh my God, I love you too.
I love you.
Yes.
I love you.
Oh my God, Sky, we
Thank
need
you.
to get you signed. Oh, you know what? You need to stop teaching. That's what you should be doing. Stop teaching. I'm gonna find someone to get you signed. Okay, I'm gonna do.
So this is
Thank
how
you,
it
thank
feels
you.
like to be you interviewing like 4 episodes before Aini, because I've not. This is my first time meeting Sky, and okay, I'm just speechless.
Sorry, I'm speechless.
Sorry. Okay,
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
I faham that you jatuh cinta
I
week by week. This week I jatuh cinta.
I
Tapi
cannot.
dia perpunya. So,
You ada abang ke adik ke yang macam yang boleh buat benda sama? Because I'm single. Very much single.
Yeah, I still have one. No.
is he as good as you?
It's not. Dah tak nak lah.
No, he's not singing. They are more on composing and playing piano and guitar lah.
Oh, dia still
Okay lah, boleh lah.
Boleh.
Aini you nak? Kalau you tak nak, I nak.
Nanti saya tanya dia lah.
Now this channel platform ni dah jadi macam a matchmake channel
Oh
platform.
my gosh, let's not do that. Anyway, thank you so
Oh my
much, Sky.
Thank you
Yes,
guys. Thank you so much.
Right. I honestly, I
Love you.
fell in love. No, I'm so speechless and
I'm so
I'm
speechless.
just in love. I don't know what to say. For what? Like first time ni macam tiba macam speechless terus.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. I
Tapi
also
Sky-
the expect something like that because normally like everyone pun bila I nyanyi just chill. So
Kak, you salah crowd. You patut datang sini je tiap-tiap. You know what? Tiap-tiap hari Rabu you datang show ni. I will get the crowd for you.
But Sky, before we go, it's also mandatory for us to ask each of our guests who's on the show.
Mhm.
Well, you being on the show and getting to know Aini and I'm pretty sure Aini and I feel the same. I mean, Aini feels the same. But what am I saying? You see,
Yeah.
I'm so speechless.
All over the
too.
place.
All over the place now. But anyway, do you think there's still hope within our country? Terus serious question. I'm sorry. But do you think there's still hope within our country in terms of the music industry or creative side or whatever it may be?
Ya. Ada harapan lagi tak
Mm,
untuk orang macam kita untuk
Hmm.
naik, untuk bangkit dalam negara?
I think still have, still got the hope because I can see the improvement actually slowly. Our music industry, you can see the song yang makin naik sekarang pun yang viral, not like last time a lot of ballad song, right? But nowadays, and then cuma it's about peluang lah, chances, ya. Sometimes yang ada rezeki memang cepat naik lah. Ada juga sebenarnya a lot of talented, like for me, like let's can say like Epi, right? He's very talented. He is supposed to be like very popular in Malaysia now. I love his voice so much. So I think in the future kalau kita keep doing something like this, especially like unity, the unity.
The unity right here. Right
dia
here.
macam
Yeah.
Mentah-mentah suara dia sedap.
No, sorry. So macam tu lah. I think
Betul.
everything can still have got hope lah. Boleh.
Betul. Oh, Epi pula dah.
Sky.
Yeah.
Sky.
Yeah.
Okay, sebelum pergi, okay, where can our audience find you? On Facebook ke, YouTube ke? Kat mana nak cari you?
Okay. All right. So, and now, like right now I'm doing a cover, a lot of music cover.
Okay.
So you can go to YouTube lah. Just type Sky on Sax, saxophone, but I just make it short. Sky on Sax.
How do I?
Just kasih combine together lah. Sky on Sax.
Okay, untuk yang tengah tengok sekarang ni, it's SKYON
SAX.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, kena make that clear.
Don't be getting ideas, guys.
Joke.
Thank you so much,
Sky. Happy New
Hey,
Year, Sky.
Okay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you, to all Malaysia. Thank you so much for inviting me. Ini macam I cannot imagine. Last time saya baru tengok Epi tengok macam
And
tak
then now
sangka.
it's you.
Oh,
Itulah macam kita rezeki masing-masing. Rezeki ni very subjective. Kita tak tahu.
Yeah. So on the last episode before we end 2020, it's your rezeki.
Yeah.
Amin.
This is you. Amin. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much, Sky, for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Kepada penonton-penonton, terima kasih kerana masih sudi bersama dengan kami lagi pada malam ini. Jangan lupa saksikan episod yang seterusnya pada tahun hadapan. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Unity Movement. So just search The Unity Movement.
That's right. And remember, we build our nation. Whatever career you hold, it doesn't matter because we're in this together.
Yep. The Unity Show is a platform to gather all the creative people in Malaysia. So please reach out to us at Hope at The Unity Show. We want you to be yourself. Kita nak feature you. We want the entire nation to know you, your creative side.
Progress often comes in small increment, but we should always believe that ordinary people like us are the future of our country when we rise as one. With the new year on the horizon, I wish that you embrace it with an open heart and go forward with faith, hope, and courage. May you discover everything you're looking for in the new year right inside yourself.
Yeah.
So cute.
Before we end our last episode of 2020, Elaine, I nak tanya, you ada makan banyak kek ke during Christmas?
What? That's so random. Adalah sikit lah. Why?
No, because I tak makan, because apparently if I makan kek yang ada tulisan Merry Christmas or Selamat Hari Natal, kek tu haram, tak boleh makan. Yes. Give me that look.
You throw away the Christmas topper lah. Oh, but what? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I'm not gluten free. I'm gluten intolerant. So if you makan my gluten free cake, kalau ada Christmas greeting pun kira no halal.
Yeah, apparently so. It's not halal. Well, apparently I was told. I mean, I read it. Macam tu lah. I guess tu lah.
Who made this rule?
I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, actually, Elaine, I have something to say before we end the show.
Okay, sorry, I'm still digesting what you said earlier.
About the
Okay.
cake.
Yeah.
No, I actually want to take this opportunity to thank everyone, the backend team, everyone who who invited me. You guys had me on the show as a guest and then invited me to become a co-host, and I'm just so amazed with, because we always talk about our achievements in life, about the progress, about the timeline that we have, that we shouldn't be comparing our timeline to anyone. So I just want to take this opportunity for the back-end team, sebab diorang non-stop tak tidur malam. Berapa kadang 3 hari 3 malam tak tidur malam just to make this show, like a reality. So thank you again everyone for believing in me, believing in us, Elaine, and not the audience yang every Wednesday 9 PM tak jemu-jemu tengok kita. Saja. So thank you
This is all
so
for you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, this is all for you
The
guys.
squad.
yeah, without you,
KLka, KKka, we love you guys so much.
we are just one. So tanpa audience, siapalah kita. So thank you everyone for watching. We wouldn't be here without you.
That's right. Thank you so much. Happy
Thank
New Year
you. Happy
2021.
New Year.
Selamat malam.